Good morning, traders. So how are we going to trade the Aussie today? So these two levels to the downside were pretty much tagged, and to be expected. That's why I said yesterday, and I wasn't really interested in shorting, rather look for the base and then get in long. Now, in typical Aussie fashion, the short was a good 800 odd points, while your long was worth around 460 points at the moment. So a very volatile day, very up and down, or down and up. And for all intent and purposes, we are still in a downward trend. So we have not broken through the alligator. Alligator is not pointing up, although we are starting to show signs that this downward move is coming to an end. Okay, so some key things that have happened here. Firstly, this fractal level broke. So what I would expect is a retest of this fractal level, possibly even a little bit further down, and then another move up. That would give me confidence that we are, or that we have changed direction. Okay, so in saying that, you can see how our closing range strategy worked out pretty well, and well, in that first half hour, what was that? I think it was a 500-point candle in a half hour. So yeah, that could be seen as an exhaustion bar onto a level as well. And then we test that level and broke back through. Now, he's obviously saying, Dylan, but you just drew that line. How could it be a level? So here you can see where the level lies in. Okay, so you can see that was a previous swing low. Okay, it was also a breakout here, and we can go a lot further back and you'll find a couple of areas here where it was used as support and resistance. So this level of 49,830, fairly significant. And I think the key element here is that we were testing it, and then we broke through it and we closed above it. Okay, so I would definitely be expecting a retest of that level. Okay, now let's just get our closing range strategy there, and then you'll see that that retest is going to sit at around 61.8, possibly 50% of the range height. Okay, so what I'm looking for is, let's just draw it out, it'll be easier. So what I'm looking for is for us to sort of meander down, possibly in the pre-open. So to open up in this area here, move down somewhere here, okay, and then to move something like that. Now, bear in mind that there is a gap here, there is a daily gap here, okay? So we gapped down and we didn't come up and close a gap and move down. So some people call the gap close on the bottom of the bar here, but for me, that is where price closed. So I would expect price to come back that level and come back, okay? And if you look to the left, you'll see it is also a fairly significant level. It's a fairly significant breakout level. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. So let's just have a look at the factors that may influence us today. So the rand dollar is 0.3, well, the rand is 0.3 weaker, so that is going to play in the favor of a long. And 10 cent is up slightly, but call it flat. Okay, US markets were up pretty much almost 0.3%, 0.4%, while the Nasdaq was up 0.8%. So there's a lot of scope there for further moves or further gains to happen. Okay, so that's kind of the play that I'm looking for. I'm still not interested in shorting down at this level. I'm looking for longs, And we'll have to see what price action does at the open, but I do anticipate that it does something like this. So if you are long from the bottom here, no reason to get out just yet, but I would wait for probably what more than likely going to happen is we're going to hit this blue line here being the jaws, and then bounce back to the teeth, which is your red line, and then move up. So that kind of would be the ideal situation. It's also possible that we just gap up immediately and run up to this level here and then pull back. Okay, so your profit taking area is 54.72. Also watch 53.22, but I would expect this 50, let's call it 54.50 just to be safe. That would get your order triggered. So that would be my profit taking area. It may actually be an opportunity for a little short scalp there as well. Okay, if we do sort of open flat and then pull back, wherever we pull back to, be waiting on the 12-minute to see exactly what price action is doing, and we will get in according to that. Okay, so if we look at the 12, you can see how we angled down, broke through the alligator, came back to test the break. So this area here is a test. So on the 12-minute, the change of direction has happened, and we've broken through this fractal level here. Okay, the other thing to bear in mind is you see we have a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. Okay, so technically speaking, that is where our target is. Okay, and if you look to the left, I can actually just fine tune this onto this top here, and you'll see how that lines up with the head and shoulders target. So your head and shoulders target right now is 52.93. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking to play today. I'm looking for longs, and we're looking for a little bit of a pullback and then sort of move up into this area here. And you'll notice on the 12-minute it will coincide with the 200 moving average as well. So this, between these two lines, is a great place to take a profit. And if we do sort of pull back, that is still a 500-point trade, which is fairly significant. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. I don't even feel that there would be an opportunity to get short, possibly from the top here for a little bit of a scalp. But looking at how the US market played out yesterday, I suspect we're in for sort of some breakouts to start happening on the US markets, and breakouts to the upside. So we typically follow, the Aussie typically follows that. So that's kind of the play that I'm looking for at the moment. Okay, and whatever goes in today, there is definitely an opportunity to let it run as a swing trade on the 4-hour chart. Okay, and why I say that is if you look at the 4-hour, here we've got a nice big engulfing. If I look to the left, we haven't had a solid signal like this at all. Okay, here was sort of a half-hearted effort, but we didn't get confirmation. So here we've had an engulfing, so another green candle on the 4-hour could push us up, but I would still expect us to pull back a little bit to try and form a double bottom of sorts. Okay, now you can obviously pick up double bottom off here, and some people would argue that this is a double bottom. So there's a low, but if you look at diversions is a double bottom. Okay, so there is potential for a pullback of sorts and then a move up, and any pullback is what I'll be buying at the moment. Anyway, guys, hope that helps. Keep those stops tight and enjoy your day. We'll catch up later. Cheers for now.